Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. Not very often do you come across people talking about ad customizers, which is one of the most efficient things to make sure you include in your Google ads, because it not just increases your ad performance metrics, but it also makes people fall in love with your ads. Ask me how. You remember being back in school when your teacher called you out, when somebody calls you by your name, that's the sweetest sound that you can ever hear. You don't want to be called as hey, you don't want to be called as something else, you just want to be addressed by your name, right? Now, that's the effect of if you psychologically tune yourself and start thinking about why is that? Why is my name one of the best things that I would like to hear? The reason behind that is something called as personalization. So somebody is personalizing their conversation with you. So you feel like you're a part of the conversation. Don't you think people are searching for keywords related to the product or service that you're searching? Don't you think if your ad spoke exactly about that to them, they would fall in love with your ad? Not just that, Google will fall in love with your ad too, because you're forming a correlation between the keyword that people are searching for, the ad that you're showing, and very obviously you would also be including the same thing on your landing page. So if you speak about your relevance between keyword, ad text and landing page, it really forms a correlation, and I think it kind of raises your standard in terms of in Google's eyes. Not just that, people fall in love with your ads because your ads are talking exactly what they were searching for, right? It's all done through something called as customization, using a feature called ad customizers in Google Ads. A lot of times you find this to be very difficult. You can imagine this to be very complicated, but it's not. Basically, you have to remember that ad customizers fall under two types. One, which is by default present in your ad campaigns when you're trying to create ads. You just have to use a small feature and I think it gets enabled. The other one is customizing through something called as feeds. You upload a data feed onto your AdWords account so that whenever people reference to that, your ads will automatically insert the customizations that you would want to be present in your ads, and it's done automatically. You don't have to manually do it every time. So without further ado, even if you're a little confused at this point in time, please don't worry, because when you look at what I'm talking about in action, I think it'll solve all your questions. Alright, so first things first, I'm logged into my Google Ads account. Here is my list of campaigns that I have, and here are further subdivisions of the campaigns that I have here, and anything that I select will be appearing here. This is the overview page, which is the default page as soon as you log into your Google Ads account. So let's go back to my search campaigns, and the features that I'm going to talk about is by default available in something called as responsive search campaigns, which is going to be the default ad text type in Google Ads going forward. Earlier it was expanded text ads, but now by default you will be eligible, and I think everything will move towards creating responsive search ads going forward. So let's select a campaign that I have. Now I think there's only one or two active campaigns, so let's select a campaign called Keto Works, and there's one ad group which is called as Keto Diet Plans, which is active, so I've selected that. Now we were talking about ad customizers, which means it has to do something with the ads, so I've gone to the ads and extensions, clicked on the ad section that I have. So basically responsive search ads are nothing but ad texts where you can put in about 10 ad text options as a headline and about 4 or 5 I think description lines. Let's see how many can I think 1 2 3 4 description ideas that you can put in, so that Google can do a mix and match of what suits the advertiser's search query, the user's search query, right? So this is my heading, this is my headlines which are already there, but let me see if I can do anything. So when you're talking about ad customizer using responsive search ads, it's a built-in feature. All you have to do is open up a square bracket. You will see 3 options. You will see something called as keyword insertion. You will see something called as countdown. You have something called as location insertion. Now, let me take you through an example. So long before we spoke about all these things, we started off with something called as a Google Ad account structure, right? An account will have something called as campaigns. I'm just gonna write this quickly. And campaigns will have something called as ad groups. And ad groups will have something called as ads and keywords. So this is a typical account structure, right? Now, if you're talking about something called as Dell, if Dell wanted you to create an account for them and they wanted you to focus upon their printers, right? So printers is the campaign in this case. Now, a printer can be divided into different ad groups, right? Now, how many types of printers does Dell have? Dell probably has about more than 300, 400 models of printers. So imagine this is Dell 01, which is the model of a printer. So you will have to create about 400 ad groups for all 400 different models that Dell has, right? When you write ads for these, because this is an ad group will have ads and keywords, right? Now, when you start writing ads for these ad groups, imagine writing 400 ad texts. But as a best practice, in every ad group, you will write 3 ad texts, right? A1, A2, and A3. So 3 ad groups, 3 ad texts per ad group multiplied by 400 is about 1200 ad texts, which is grueling, right? So instead of this, what you do is you will write the ads in such a way that whatever the user is searching for gets automatically inserted into your ad text as a headline. Let me repeat that. You cannot probably include all the variations that a user is searching for, and you cannot predict what he will be searching for, and you cannot mention that in the ad text. So the best thing to do is coming up with a plan where whatever he is searching for, that gets automatically inserted as a headline. Alright, so you open your flower bracket and you will see something called as keyword insertion, right? Now, if you don't include anything when you're using this, whatever the user is searching for example, buy Dell 231 printer, that will automatically get inserted into your ad text as a headline. But what if you don't have a keyword that the user is searching for? He's searching for a model number called 2335 where Dell doesn't even have a printer model like that. No, you can't insert that in the headline because it gives a wrong picture, because he searched for something by mistake. Dell doesn't even have a printer called Dell 2335, but you have inserted that into the heading as an ad text in the ad text, and you're showing it to him, which is incorrect information. So if the user is searching for a keyword or a search query that is not a part of your ad group, you need some default text to be shown, right? You can't say that I will not show the ad to him. He's searching for Dell printers, but that particular model of Dell is not available in the Dell company, right? Dell doesn't make those printers. So in those cases, just because you have to show him something, because the model that he has searched for is invalid, you will come up with a default ad text called Dell printers online, because something is better than nothing, right? As long as he's searching for any printer model number, I have all that in my ad text and it will automatically get inserted. But if he's searching for something that's not a part of Dell's manufacturing line, I need some text to be put in, right? So I will include a default text that way. So just say apply. So when you do this, what happens is, if the user is searching for Dell 101 printer, now that will automatically get inserted as a headline because Dell has that printer. But if you're searching for Dell 2335 printer, and Dell doesn't make those printers, there's no model like that in Dell, in those cases you will not have that in your ad group. So what happens is there has to be some default text that goes in, then Dell printers online will be shown. So that's how your ad customizer will help you automatically insert keywords as headlines in your ad text. Let's look at something else. Now also imagine Dell has a deal going on for the next 5 days, right? Now if there is a 50% off, imagine that would be cool, but let's say 50% off on all Dell printers. So now there are 4 days left for the sale to end, right? So if I say 5 days left for the deal to end today, by tomorrow it will be 4 days left. The day after it will be 3 days left. So I can't keep going every day to change the ad text, right? I needed something to be done automatically where the countdown is done automatically without changing anything in the ad. One, because it's difficult to do that every day. Two, it's also difficult because every time you make changes to an ad, it goes for approval. And every time it gets approved, it takes about 3 to 4 hours minimum for the ad to get approved. In the meantime, your ads will not show. So I needed something which can take care of that automatically. So I will just say deal ends in, how many days is that? I don't know. Let's say 5 days. So you insert a countdown timer, right? Countdown ends on today is March 8th. So 5 days will be 13, right? Countdown starts 5 days before the countdown end date. And I'm just going to say deal ends in countdown days, right? That's it. Right? Now this is how you can automatically make sure your countdown automatic. So today, if the once the ad gets approved, users will see deal ends in 5 days. Tomorrow it will be 4 days. The day after it will be 3 days. So it will be done automatically. I don't have to do anything. The third thing is very specific to the location insertion, right? Now, if you want your location of wherever you're advertising to be inserted, for example, let's talk about Dubai. If my products are automatically in Dubai and I've targeted people in Dubai, now whenever people enter something, I would want that to be shown in Dubai, right? Now, I will automatically insert my state. I just need to click on that. And if he's searching for something else, which is outside my location, I need to include something called as United Arab Emirates as a default text, right? Apply. That's it. Now, I'm just going to say free shipping in location, which means location will automatically be inserted. In this case, the location that I have targeted is Dubai. So I'm just going to include location so that automatically when somebody searches for this ad and the ad shows up, it'll say free shipping in Dubai automatically. So this is how you customize your ads without having to edit everything every day, every time. Automatically gets things done. Now, if you look at what happened in your ad text, look at this. Free shipping in Kahului, whatever. The location has been automatically picked up depending upon the target location, right? So that's how you can, it's changing, right? So depending upon wherever you're targeting, the ad text will automatically insert, the location will be automatically inserted in the ad text. The countdown in so many days will automatically be inserted, right? Countdown ends on, let's say, 13. Right, apply, right, and deal. Now look at the ad. Free keto recipes PDF download. Deal ends in 5 days, so you don't have to put in days again. So remove that. Deal ends in 5 days, right? And free shipping in location, that will be automatically inserted. So now this is how you can customize your ad text based upon the ad customizer option, which is by default available. I want to talk to you about something else, which is, now this is by default available in search, responsive search ads. Now I'm talking about how do you customize things which are not there here, right? So for that you need to do something, you need to include something called as a feed, ad customizer feed. So how do you do that? It's very simple. A lot of people get it confused. It's not that complicated. Go to tools, click on something called as business data. Now you need to create something called as an ad customizer data with the data that you would want to show up in your campaign, right? So click on ad customizer data. There is a template that Google gives you to be downloaded for free. Now you need to upload your data into this feed with the parameters or with the model numbers, etc. So click on this. It gets automatically downloaded. Open this feed and see what Google tells you to do. Alright, so if you start looking at this, there is something called as model in the first column, which is a text field. Then you have capacity, which is the number. Then you have type. Then you have start price, end price, sale ends on, target campaign, target ad group, target location. Now our ad group is talking about keto diet, right? So in keto diet, there can be things like veg keto diet. Now this is a model of the or a variant of the product that I'm selling, or I can also include another variation called chicken keto diet plan, right? Let me include this veg keto diet plan, right? Now number is the total number of inventory you have. Assume that I have about 10 plans left. And chicken I have, let's say, 5 plants left. That's the total inventory left. So after 5 people buy it, there is nothing left, right? Now type, this is the models. Now this is a vegetarian and this is a non or chicken, right? Price, I'm just going to leave it as it is. Sale ends on so-and-so date. When does the sale end? This is a 2014 date. I just need to make it 2021 and 2021, right? So the sale ends on so-and-so dates. Now this is the campaign and the ad group that you will have to enter. Now location, let's say I'm targeting Dubai, right? Target keyword, I'm going to say veg keto diet plan, chicken keto diet plan, right? Now these are the keywords. Now when people search for these keywords, this can be automatically inserted if I want that to happen. Now ad group name and campaign name has to be copied from your account. Always remember, please never ever enter the campaign name and ad group manually, because it will mess up a lot of things, because one space here and there can make a lot of difference. So don't do that. Go back to your campaign. KetoWorks is the name of the campaign, right? So just copy the name of the campaign, come back to the feed, put in the name of the campaign here, put in the name of the campaign. Ad group will be keto diet plans. So see what the ad group is all about. Keto diet plans, right? Now you need to copy the name of the ad group as well, and then come here and paste it in the ad group, right? All right, so this feed is done. Now I need to export this feed as a CSV. So let's say export to CSV. I'm just gonna change the name. Let's say keto, just for identification. I'm just gonna export it. Now it's done, right? Now after it's exported, I need to come here to tools, business data, add a field, add customizer data, give it a name, give it the same name, keto, select a file from your computer. This is the CSV file, open, apply, right? It will not show it. You just have to refresh the page. All right, so you see this keto. Now click on this to see if the data that you have put in is shown. It is shown here. So whatever feed I have uploaded has come to my ad customizer. What I should be doing now is I should be fetching data from this feed automatically to my ad texts. Let me show you how. All right, so how do you do that is go back to your Google Ads campaigns, choose the campaign that you would want to work with. Let's say KetoWorks is the campaign. Select the ad group. Go to ads, create a new ad, create a responsive search ads. I don't see any other ad option because responsive search ads is the default. When I'm doing that, I have no place where we have looked at this, right? Now I have no place where I need to go ahead and pull the data from the ad customizer. Now what do I do? Now why did I upload it in the first place? Because I wanted to customize that data, right? Now where do I customize it? Because all the only options that I see here are three, right? Which I've done before. Now how do you work with that is the next big question. So in those cases, what you do is you go to your text ads. You need to switch back to your text ads because it's not working. It will not work with responsive search ads. It will work with text ads. All right, now come here, put in your final URL. Let's say KetoWorks is my URL, ketoworks.com. Headline will be, now you need to open a flower bracket. When you do that, keyword insertion we have seen, countdown we have seen. We have not seen the ad customizer because this is where you will go ahead and pull your data from the feed that you have put in, right? So click on this. When you click on this, it will say, okay, what do you want? Do you want to insert a field? Do you want to select the sheet that you were talking about? Keto is the sheet. So I've selected that sheet. Now, what do you want your ad text to say? Your ad text should say, let's say deal ends in so-and-so date, right? Now, this is the capacity, this is type, this is the price. Now, let's say I will include this left, right? Now, only 10 left, okay? And only at, now you again need to open your flower bracket, add customizer. Now I'm going to mention the price, only at so and so price, which will automatically be inserted, only at $199. Okay, let's say hurry now. Let me see if I can include anything else. Add customizer, type, deals available, right? So veg deals available. Then you can include any ad customizer for that matter. Attribute name. All right. Yeah, that's about it. So that's how you will go ahead and customize these things. And you can also put in this in the description, not just the headline. I'm just gonna say available door delivery. So that's how these fields get automatically inserted, though, I mean, without you having to go ahead and do it every time, right? You can look at all the previews available, right? I have not done these things manually. I have fetched the data from the ad customizer. That's how this works, right? All right, that's about it. So that's how you will customize. But there's something else which I wanted to show you, which is, let's go back, let's cancel this. Let's try and create a new text ad. It's only available in text ads, so switch back to text ads, switch back. w.ketoworks.com. Okay, now I'm writing the headline. You open up a flower bracket. There's something called as an if function, right? So if function, if device is mobile, then you can customize it. Then insert text. If they're coming from the device, you can say install app from Play Store, because they're coming from mobile, right? Apply. Then let's see what other functions do the if function have. If function has, if it's from mobile, then if audience is one of the selected audience that you have. Let's say if anybody who has come to my website in the past is revisiting it, then the ad should say, why haven't you considered us yet? Now I'm gonna insert right. If audience is this, why haven't you considered us yet? This is just exceeding the character limit, so that's the error. Don't bother about that. Headline 3, I'm gonna say deal ends in countdown. Let's say 3 days or 2 days maybe. Starts 3 days before that. Apply. Right? So deal ends in 3 days. Do you see how it automatically gets populated? So this is how you will go ahead and customize things, not just in your ad text, but also in your not just in the headlines, but also in the descriptions. So you can say limited time deals, right? And you can also say last countdown. Let's say set the countdown, last days left. Right? Now do look at the description, limited time deals, last 3 days left. So I don't need days again. I'm just going to say left. So that's how you customize your ad text based upon the data feed that you have uploaded from ad customizer data for using the template that Google has given you. If you don't find the template, you just have to go to tools, click on business data, click on this ad customizer feed. Now you just have to download this template. It's available for free. If you don't want to do this from this link, you can also go to Help Center and search for the customizer data template. You will be able to find that, download it, fill it, upload it back. So this is how you work with ad customizers. Not very complicated. Earlier it was very complicated because you just had a lot of things to do, but with responsive search ads, I think it's become very easy. So that's about it for working with ad customizers, and I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you so much for being a part of Titans University, and I will also take you through a lot of hacks and tricks using customizers in the future sessions to come. Thank you so much. This is Casey signing off. Ciao.